Thank you very much. So I would like to talk about Oakforest-PACS, and Oakforest. Unfortunately, nowadays Oakforest-PACS is number 2 machine with KNL and OPA cluster. So because the number 1 is Neurion cluster in the Korea. So this is agenda of my talk. So first, I would like to introduce JCAHPC. So JCAHPC stands for the Joint Center for Advanced High Performance Computing, and so this organization was established to acquire the Oakforest-PACS system under the agreement between the University of Tsukuba and University of Tokyo. So here is the JCAHPC philosophy. So we had long time history called the T2K collaboration. So the Oakforest-PACS is actually the post T2K system. So we had already had a very tight collaboration between the University of Tsukuba and the University of Tokyo. And actually, I worked 5 years ago. I worked in the University of Tsukuba and then moved to University of Tokyo. So that I played some role between University of Tsukuba and the University of Tokyo. So this organization is, as I mentioned, for main supercomputer resources for our universities. So we would like to issue the uniform specification to acquire the single shared system. So actually, each university is financially responsible to introduce and operate the system. So to combine the budget, both universities, so that we would like to the largest scale in Japan at most, at that moment. So this is just the Oakforest-PACS system. So the Oakforest-PACS system is located in the Kashiwa campus. So here is the Kanto area of Japan, and this point is the Tokyo area. So headquarters of the University of Tokyo is located here, and so here is the University of Tsukuba, and so Kashiwa is in between, just in between Tsukuba and Tokyo. So actually, Kashiwa is in Chiba Prefecture, and our third big campus. So the Oakforest-PACS system is located in this campus. So here is a picture of the Oakforest-PACS system. So Oakforest is come from the University of Tokyo Convention, and so actually PACS comes from the University of Tsukuba Convention. So please don't call the Oak Forest. Instead of that, OFP is much better for especially for the University of Tsukuba, right? And so this system has a 25 petaflops peak performance, and 8,208 KNL CPUs. And also this system has a full bisection bandwidth part 3 by the Intel Omni Path Architecture. And HPL performance is 13.55 petaflops. So this system was ranked in the top 500 at so November 2016 timeframe at so 6th rank. And so nowadays, so this system is ranked in the so 12th. So the and so 2016 timeframe HPCZ was ranked in number 3, but so nowadays 7. And Green 500 also the number 6, and so currently the 25th. And so the last year, IO500 benchmark was started. So this system is currently the number 1 system in the IO500. And this system, in this system, full operation started so December 2016, and so the official program started on the April 2017. So this is the so latest top 500 list. So as you can see, the so Oakforest-PACS system is number 12, and so number 11 is so KISTI's Nurion system. And this system is very similar to the Oakforest-PACS system in terms of the architecture. So because so same CPU and same Omni Path architecture, and also so differences are so only core count. So the KISTI machines are so very little bigger than the Oakforest-PACS. So the KISTI system is number 11, and our system is number 12. Okay. And so this is so IO500 ranking. So our system is so currently number 1 with so 560 gigabyte per second bandwidth, and so 33 metadata operation, so kilo IOPS metadata operations. So this chart shows the so deployment plan of the so 9 supercomputing center in Japan. So this chart is relatively old, but so currently the so 2018, and so our system, Oakforest-PACS system, is so biggest one in the so Japanese supercomputer center in the national universities. So actually so we have a so K computer in Kobe, but so next year this system will be shut down to replace the post-K system. So our system will contribute to provide the much more computer resources for the academic users in Japan. Yeah, so I would like to skip this chart. So this is this photo is compute node of the Oakforest-PACS, and so right-hand side is a shash, and so this is a KNL chip, and so this orange one is a water cooling pump, and also you can see the water cooling pipe to introduce warm water to the cooling. And so this system provided by the Fujitsu, and this KNL is Intel Xeon 5 7250, and so also here is Intel Omni Path HFI. And so this photo shows water cooling system, and so we have a rear door cooling system for each compute rack, because memories and regulators for the power conversion have to be cooled by air, so that we need this kind of cooling system. And this photo shows the storage system of Oakforest-PACS. So we have the two kind of storage systems. So one is a shared file system by raster file system with 26 petabyte. And so we also have a file cache system with burst buffer technology by DDN. So the product name is Infinite Memory Engine, in short IME, with 940 terabyte and 50 servers. So this is a specification of the Oakforest-PACS system. So as you know, the KNL has a high bandwidth memory with 16 gigabyte, and also the ordinary DDR4 memory. So in our system, each node has a 96 gigabyte. And also as I mentioned, Intel Omni Path Architecture with a full bisection bandwidth part 3. And so this is storage part. So as I mentioned, this system has a full bisection bandwidth configuration. So we introduced the 12 director switch of the Omni Path, and each switch is over 360 for each compute node rack. And IME system consumes many OPA port to acquire the bandwidth. So totally we had 8,600 ports for the entire system. Okay, and total power consumption we can allow that 4.2 megawatt, including cooling, but actually we observed up to 3.0 megawatt in the during the operation. So the total number of racks is 102. Okay, and software of Oakforest-PACS. So the compute node uses CentOS, and also we introduced MC kernel for the many core system with a very ultra lightweight operating system. So this OS will be installed to the post-K computer. So developed by Riken RCCS. So the Riken guy developing this kind of software on the OFP system. And also in the compiler, the XKLMP is a PGAS-like language, and also this compiler is developed by the Riken RCCS and the University of Tsukuba collaboration. So this system will be installed in the post-K system. Okay, so this is a chart of the Oakforest-PACS software. Okay, this is our big users application, and Altet and Lattice QCD come from the University of Tsukuba side, and NICAM and Coco, Gamera, Godzilla, and Seism 3Ds come from our university. And Altet is ab initio electron dynamics simulation, and the Lattice QCD is also in University of Tsukuba's very traditional applications, quantum chromodynamics simulation. And also the NICAM and COCO is atmosphere and ocean coupling simulations. And the Gamera and the Godzilla or Seism 3Ds are the earthquake simulations. So as you know, so Japan has many huge earthquakes, so this kind of simulation is very important. So in the Oakforest-PACS system, so KNL and OPA is a very new technology, so that we face so many issues. So the first one was collective communication. So in our observation, so the collective communication performance was had very wide variability run by run. So as you can see, this graph shows collective communication performance. So this graph shows the compute node group. So the group 1, 2, 3, 4 we can divide some kind of groups, and as you can see there are many very big variations in the almost same configuration. So also this right hand graph shows barrier and all-reduced performance. So the x-axis shows number of nodes, and the y-axis shows latency. So as you can see, over the 2,000 nodes, collective communication latency increased drastically. So these are the very big issue for the big users for the scalability. So these issues investigated by the Intel guys, mainly Intel guys. So the first one is root cause of biggest one of the root cause is frequency transition. So the KNL has a turbo boost mode, and in the single core turbo boost with 1.6 gigahertz, and multi core turbo is 1.5 gigahertz, and normal mode is 1.4 gigahertz. So the CPU core can change drastically, but each transition stores many microseconds. So this is also very big. This caused also very big fluctuation of the performance. And also the periodic wake up. So this is a thread wake up mechanism. So the Linux default is M8, but in the KNL system, M8 is not so good work. So we have to change the wake up mode. And many core system has a impact jitters. So we have to care about daemons. So this is remedies for the root cause. So the OS mode is have to change such kind of setting. So finally we applied these settings for each OFP compute node. But these approaches side effect, as I will mention later. Okay, so after improvement, actually after applying such kind of remedies, we can get relatively stable result for the collective communications. So left-hand side graph shows the run by run performance, so that you can see the almost stable performance. And the right-hand side shows the collective communication improvement. So the red line was original, and also the improvement. After the improvement, we can get the blue one. So the orange one is hyper-threading off mode, but KNL have in the KNL we have to turn on the hyper-threading to utilize effective performance. So this is not applicable for our configuration. So but blue line is much better than the red one. Okay, so I will skip this part. Okay, so the second big issue was MPI startup time. So as you can see, this is startup time from the MPI init to MPI finalize. So over the 8,000 nodes, so the startup time is very crazy. So in this case, startup time over the 1 hour. So these issues, for this issue, MPACS 2 team and Intel MPI team and MPICH team helped for us. So in the Intel MPI case, the drastically improved performance. And in the MPICH 2 case, this graph is indicated in the web page. Actually the current situations this latency is relatively getting worse, because as I mentioned, the remedy was applied to the OFP, so the clock is relatively slow down from the last year's time frame. So now hello world with 8K is 7 seconds. So actually I measured latest hello world results on the OFP. So Intel MPI 2018.3 is the best case, and MPACS 2 is now latest one is 2.3, and we observed 10.5 seconds. This table shows IOR benchmark result using MPACS 2 on IME. So I measured IOR easy right benchmark in the this is specified in the IO500 benchmark. So this benchmark examines the 2 megabyte transfer size with several gigabyte file size per process. So actually, IO500 regulation specifies over the 5-minute execution, but in the MPACS 2 case, the too fast. I don't have enough quota size for the file, so I can sufficient conditions over 5 minutes. But bandwidth is very good. Actually Ember pitch 2.3 does not have a IME mode, so I merged IME part from the latest M pitch GitHub to the and merged with the Ember pitch 2.3. And so native IME can specify the like this. And so on the other hand, if I would like to use Intel MPI, I have to specify the different mount point instead of the work /work. I have to specify /cache. So this is actually the same phenomena, same behavior. But so the Intel MPI is worse. Performance is 1/3 from the Ember pitch 2 case. And this number is almost peak and IO500 maximum performance. So this number is very good. And in this experiment, I have to specify the MV to enable affinity equals 0 to get good performance. So I don't know why this is needed. So finally, this is a request for the Ember pitch 2 next version for the OLP. So we need Hydra support with almost same performance of the remote shell version. So actually in my observation, MPI run R shell and MPI exec Hydra has very big performance difference. But in our environment, Hydra environment is preferred, so I would like this support. And also the KNL case, we specified tickless core to the proprietary for the OS service. So I would like to specify the exclude core for the execution. So in the Intel MPI, we can use this kind of environment variable. So we would like very similar one in the Ember pitch 2. Okay, so this is a summary, but time is run up. So thank you very much for kind attention.
Questions for Professor Hanwar? I think going back one slide, just comment. I think that could be, you asked a question, why? Just go back one slide. Yeah, this affinity 0, is that a multi-threaded benchmark?
No, almost flat MPI. So this is a process count per process per node.
Okay.
But I don't use much.
What happens if you don't specify this?
Very slow.
Get really slow, or like a few percentage points lower. Is it like factors lower or a few percentage points lower?
I don't remember, but that's all.
So it could be that some sort of oversubscription is happening, or that the process are getting all the logical cores instead of physical cores. So
Oh, I see. So that next slide you have exclude list. I think you don't run with 0 or 1, right? We don't have any such flag. So maybe it's
So the second one, can you go to the next slide? So this one should be achievable with. So there is a parameter to specify where to visualize the processes. It's called pivot. So generally we start from core 0 and go on to 0, 1, 2, 3. But if you say that parameter equals 1, that will start from core 1. So rank 0 will go to core 1, rank 1 will go to
I understand, but so yeah, little complicated for that hybrid case. So the
Okay.
So like maybe we can take this offline. So
Okay.
I think even last year we had like folks with like mapping issues.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
can work with you offline to like maybe Jahan can follow up with you.
Okay.
And we'll be able to resolve this.
Okay, thank you.
And you might be conflicting with like the file system names or something.
Yeah, I think so.
So do you people use IME?
No.
Okay. Yeah, so the IME you need to see like whether they have a separate process or something is done.
Yeah.
Just trying to.
Yeah, just talking like Lustre experience, right? You can see if you hammer Lustre, you can see that process use a lot of CPU sometimes.
Yeah.
So I think that's
So maybe they've pinned their IME even to a core and
yeah,
PID processes.
Yes. So we have to the pin so to the OS service core.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
the reason. So
Yeah.
okay.
A test you could do is instead of doing 64 ppm, you could do like 32.
Sorry.
And just see what happens if you don't set that variable.
So, which case?
The slide he had,
No, the affinity 0, right?
yeah,
Affinity 0.
as an experiment.
Yeah.
You know, don't set affinity equals 0, and what? Well,
Yeah, he
you
says
do
he
have
get-
cases like that.
No, he
Yeah.
says he gets very poor performance.
Yeah, but
Even in
so
those
that-
other cases.
But so in this case, we use core number 0. So if we exclude the core number 0, so the performance is much better with affinity equal 1. But I haven't tried.